DDR is a publicly traded company. We have 500 plus properties that we manage. We do some redevelopment and development. We have joint venture partners that we actually manage properties with or for. We are a multi-billion-dollar asset company, and we run lean and mean, and we lease space. That's the primary objective for DDR. We live and die by the contract, which is the lease with our tenants. For many reasons, those documents live into perpetuity, and people believe that the only way that they can live is with the hard copy. So we needed a way to get rid of people passing around file folders and trying to find the tenant folders. We had a legacy system that was an application database built on Lotus Notes platform, and it was fragmented. It was Word documents that were stored all over the place, file shares, hard drives, floppy disks in the day. And there was a concept of workflow, but it truly wasn't workflow. It was tasks and activity-based. So the majority of the people that did use the system didn't use it consistently. There was no standard operating procedure around it. There were no standards around how people followed the process. Because we had a great partnership with OpenText through Content Server, we looked at OpenText and we decided to embark in a partnership with them to build the Lease Management System, which is revolutionary for our industry. We have a clause library, which standardizes the language that goes into each one of our letters of intent and our lease documents. And we have a financial calculator, which enables the executive level and the leasing managers to analyze each deal against the deal as it changes, as well as against past deals with the same tenant. So they can do a deal analysis across 4 different deals at any time. They can also do a document compare, redline document compare. We have an inline editor that allows us to take the document from beginning to end, pass it to the tenant, legal counsel, third party, and bring it back in. Because of web services and the way that team actually architected the solution. It was open enough that we were able to, from Salesforce, one button, my mantra and the goal of everything that we design is one click away. So with a single click of the mouse, the user gets the functionality that they require and the deliverable that they want without having to click another button. We have bidirectional integration as well, and that all works with LMS, and ultimately all the data that is captured within that process and that workflow gets stored in our business intelligence tool, which is Oracle's OBIE tool. Within 2 months, we had 500 deals in the system. And I'm happy to say that end of 4th quarter, the legacy system will be gone. No more deals are in there. Everything has been completed and everything is going through the pipeline of LMS. There's one version of the truth too, that's the other key. We use systems of record for all the data. You look in Salesforce, you look in BI, you look in JD Edwards, it's all the same. There's one version of the truth. We push the data to the website, it's the same as it is in our databases. So we know that the version that we're presenting to the public is the truth. So it's all tied, all linked, it's one version of the truth, it's absolute transparency, and it is what Kevin Moss, my SVP of IT, calls the Holy Grail. When we look for solutions, we look to OpenText first. And we do that because of the great relationship and the architecture. The underlying content server architecture and application, along with records management and physical objects, is outstanding. So we look to OpenText because, number one, they're great partners from a development perspective. They have great products, they have good professional services, and at the end of the day, whether it's by acquisition or development, they're staying ahead of the curve as far as the competition when it comes to new offerings from a product perspective.